Everyone, tonight I wanted to bring you my layout share for the April Secret Not Secret Kit Club, which was the Here and There. That's what it was based on. And I added some stuff from my stash, the Simple Stories Life in Color and Carta Bella Travel Stories, to make my August To Kill a Kit with Style. Those are old, I believe, the Simple Stories and the Carta Bella, because I pulled those out of my stash. But this is a trip that my daughter and I took to New York, and it was a weekend-long trip. And my goal was to scrap from day 1 to day 3. And I wanted to be able to complete a whole event, which I don't normally do. My goal was also to add pocket pages in between, so to make it a hybrid, and I think I accomplished it. I'm 95% done. I have about 5% left to go, but I wanted to share it with you. I'm very happy with how it turned out. This is the first page. So it's like a title page. Look out, New York, here we come. This is a postcard I purchased in New York, and no journaling, just the night before we're ready to leave. And my daughter making a goofy face. So that's the first page. This page will be the second, and this is the one where the journaling will be. I think I scrapped this from, and I'm not sure, Secret Not Secret Kit Club, a member, Jana, I think I booked. But this tells us what we enjoyed about the trip, what we wanted to accomplish, and then I have some hidden journaling here as well for a story I want to talk about with my daughter. We went maybe 2 weeks after the Paris attacks in 2015, so that's kind of what I want to put there. Then this is a 2-page pocket page. So this is us in the van getting ready to leave to catch the bus. We had an hour-and-a-half drive. We pulled the kids out of school early, so that was cool. And then this side, which I'll mark the dates that we were gone. And then this is on the road again, and on that one, this Life is a Journey, I'll talk about the bus ride there. We stopped at a service plaza, had Subway. It wasn't a bad drive. And on the road again. This I popped up a little to give some dimension, and these borders are Creative Memory border punch that I have. And a lot of tags are throughout this page. Also these enamel dots, you'll see them at the beginning of the book, but then I get tired of using them and I move on to other stuff. But so there's that. This is the morning. This is Saturday morning. This is our schedule. We had to be on the bus on time. We had to have breakfast, be ready, and in the lobby because we had to hit Lincoln Tunnel early morning. Yeah, the buses will depart at 7:15. So we made it, which was good. Not a lot of traffic at that time. So that's that, documenting that one. Then this is, we got into, now on this pocket page, I didn't want them to look like they didn't belong. So I kind of tried to make them look like they were part of the layout near the beginning. At the end, I was just like, yeah, we'll do the best we can. But here's a nice little cluster, and I can journal. And then this is the subway. This is where we went in at, and I want to tell a story about the subway because we couldn't get the Metro card to work. And then somebody came, showed us how to do it. But I'm really proud of this page. This is all mixed media. I used this. This is like the Tim Holtz page because I used the paper, the mixed media paper. I used this Tim Holtz stamp platform. These are all his mists, and this is a stencil, a brick stencil, and I used the distressed ink, not the oxide, but the other one. And this is just us on the subway. And we had enough time to go see the Statue of Liberty from afar and Battery Park because we had to get back to see the Rockettes. We had purchased tickets for that. So this is Battery Park, and the sun is coming up. This is a monument. I can't remember what it is. I have to look it up. I think it's CIA or FBI, but I want to journal about that. And here's the vellum paper with the different words on it. I have a little bit of that left, but and this came in my Secret Not Secret Kit Club. There's that page. And this is the boat that takes you over to the Statue of Liberty and more journaling spots. Obviously, we didn't do that. We did not have enough time. This is a picture, I think, of the sun and the moon. So we added that. These I have to reprint. My head got cut off, and I cut this one because I was going to do something else different, and I decided not to. And I tried to embellish the cards just a little bit where I'm going to journal. So, but there's the Statue of Liberty. And then this is a postcard that I purchased there again. More tags. There's the enameled dots. And I titled it Next Time because the next time we go to New York, we are definitely going to go over to Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. And this is a 6x6 paper that came with the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. I love the map. It's awesome. But simple. This one, we needed coffee after we got back from the subway. We needed coffee. We were hungry. We were getting cranky. So we did find a Starbucks. I added some distressed coffee spots. And I used the yellow pom-pom trim, which I was excited about. A little coffee. Just add coffee. I like the way this one came out. That one's fun. Just me and my daughter with our coffee. And then we went over and we got brunch, New York brunch, which was hot dogs with our coffee. And it was cool just to walk down the street. Since we were there so early, we've seen everybody setting up. I know when you're in New York, like they have street people that come and dress up like the Statue of Liberty and take the pictures. Or the hot dog vendors were getting their carts and bringing them out. So it was kind of cool to see that being so early. But here's the yellow pom-pom. I wanted to make it a companion page to the coffee page prior. And I did some little stickers here. I cut the card off because it really didn't go, but that was great. And the weather was perfect. I can't remember. I mean, we just had on our North Face coats, and we were really never cold. So it was a perfect year to go. Then our next event, we went to see the Rockettes at Radio City, which was cool. And I took the book apart, and I only kept the important stuff, like the scenes, the cast. And then I just taped this piece of paper in here so I could keep the tickets and our 3D glasses in there. So, and then I broke out my Christmas stash and found this paper and just kind of cut some banners. These are pictures that were hanging up on the wall that I took a picture of at Radio City. Then this is another pocket page. So I love the way this came out. This light is in Radio City, and it reminds me of a Christmas tree. So the Rockettes' home is what I titled it. This is outside. This is us standing in line. And then this is in the bathroom. My daughter was looking through the mirror, and I just told her to strike a pose, and I took a picture. So, and then this side, this is just pictures of the event. We were able to take pictures as long as we didn't have the flash on. So that's what I did. Now this one, this is not done. This is one of the 5%. So this is the map they gave us, which is just awful. I mean, we did everything on our phones. We Googled everything. But I wanted to talk about the map, about the streets, about the buildings. So that's going to be a pretty journaled page, both sides. But I did start this part. I was going to use this on this page and then decided not to because I got a different idea and I went with this. And I love the way this came out. Basically, this is the city streets, Lord and Taylor. Since it was first week of December, they had their Christmas decorations out. This place was decked out. You couldn't even get to the window. I mean, you had to walk like in the street and get around it because there were so many people taking pictures. And just the look of the buildings and the people walking. That's kind of what I wanted to capture with that page. And then this is the cathedral and the library. And I did some banners, some groupings. I like how this came out. So I like this so much. I did it on another page, but I did it the whole page. And I just want to document it. There's 2 places we went. There's really not a story, but I wanted to show the pictures. My friend, everywhere she goes, travels, she gets a library card. So whenever we travel, we always have to go to the library wherever we're at, so she can get her library card. Then after that, we went to Grand Central Station. And these are pictures telling about the building of Grand Central Station, 1871, and then how it was reopened in 1900s. This is a picture going to the Grand Central Station. They had this place decked out for the holidays, but we weren't supposed to take pictures, but they didn't stop us in time, so we did get 1 picture. And then this is again where I did the strips. I used up a bunch of strips. I think I might add a finishing one right here as I look at it. But this is just Grand Central Station where the trains come in, the windows, the clock. There was a market upstairs. That was cool. This one is, so then we had lunch downstairs in Grand Central Station. And I have some journaling here. I did the arrows showing, you know, go traveling both ways. This is where we ate. This is her food. We really had a good time. Just sitting downstairs and relaxing, watching the people. We were there for probably about an hour and a half, just walking around and eating and talking and just having a good time. So that was good to document that. Then this one, and then we went to the Empire State Building, and then once again the postcard, and we had them take our picture. I didn't want to do a lot to this. There's not a lot that I'm going to journal in the pocket page coming up. Put a little enamel button. The dog has nothing to do with it, but it was cute. It went with it, so I put it on there. And a camera. I like how this came out as well. It's elegant. Then this is going to be the story. So we got there. This is from the Wax Museum, and I have a lot of Wax Museum pictures. So I put this one with the Empire State Building because this is the one talking about how they built it. And this is the elevator, and I'll talk about the elevator ride up. And we got there at dusk, so we got some good pictures of the sun setting. And so I added those. And this is my daughter taking a selfie of herself. And so another 5%. I have to do some work on that. But this is going to, I'm going to put arrows towards this page and do my journaling for the Wax Museum here. And I love the way this came out. Another mixed media page. This is mixed media paper, and I just ripped it and I inked the edges, and then I ripped some more paper just from my scraps and layered the picture with it. I found these in my stash, glued those down. I got this die cut from Tuesday Morning last week. They had a whole bunch of these, and I love the way it frames the bottom of the picture. It gives it that shelf. Did some stamping, put some lace on it, and I called it a day. I love this. Very happy how it came out. Then, and the reason why I did that in a 9x12 was because I have these pictures that were taken professionally. And I didn't want to do a lot to these, but I wanted to document them. Obviously, we paid for them, so here's the first one. And then this one, I just glued back and front together, so that will go in its own little pocket. So there's Times Square. I just took 3 different pieces of paper laying on my desk, glued them down, and then here's King Kong, and I put the tickets back there, and just, this is Kiwi Lane stencil I used, some strips that were laying on my desk, so just, you know, tried to keep those simple. And then these are pictures from the Wax Museum. We have a lot of pictures, so I just put those in pocket pages, and I'm going to journal in these 3 spots, and I'll decorate them. Once again, that's part of the 5% that I didn't get done. Here I am helping out, you know, Albert Einstein. And then just pictures of my daughter with things. If you ever go to New York or have a chance to go to the Wax Museum, the Wax Museum's a lot of fun. I highly, highly recommend it. We had a great time. So then after the wax museum, we went to Red Lobster because that was the only place we could find to eat. And we had to wait a half hour to eat. And the bus was getting ready to pick us up. And this is her just waiting for the table. She's starving. And then we had like an hour and a half to eat. And then we went to the bus, took us back to the hotel. And then this is the morning of. So the next morning. So I will document all that. Because that's really all we need. Okay, so here's another 5% that I don't have done. And these are graffitis. And I love these drawings. And I was getting bored with this kit. So I didn't want to just do them to have them done. And I know I want to use this black outline, how it is. I'm just not sure how I want to do it yet. So I'm going to just save that for another time. So then this is Little Italy, and I had a lot of pictures for this. So I had 5 pictures. So I have these 3, which I wanted to document the wreath and the ice cream cone, and I thought that was a good picture of my daughter. So what I did is I made tags out of the Little Italy sign and the tartlet sign, or pictures of the tarts, because we purchased those. This is the bakery one too. This, we bought something from the stores, and this is how the tags were, so I made that a tag as well. But I love the way this page came out. Once again, this is that Creative Memories border punch, and I just backed it with some gold. And this is Auburn Lane, and then this is Bow Bunny. I'm not sure what the white is, what it's called, but as you can see, a lot of tags on this one. This is where I started getting a little, running out of ideas. Chinatown, as you can see, not a lot going on here. It was not my favorite place to visit, but I still wanted to document it. I did the tag thing again. This is the food that we had. This was our last meal in New York. After we ate, then we went and caught the bus to go home. So, and then this is the next day. So this is Monday. My daughter had to go to school, and as you can see, not very happy. I dropped her off. I got a cup of coffee. I did not have to go to work that day. I took off. So I went home and relaxed and did laundry and, you know, unpacked and got ready for my day on Tuesday. But this is a boys paper layout that I used. The purple was throwing me with the green and the blue, so I went and I found a boys paper pad that I received. I think I bought it because it was like $2, and it had some good paper in that I could use. And this is what I created with it. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Like I said, I enjoyed making these pages and getting this kit done, and I hope that you enjoyed